Welcome to the fray, Flak Pack. It's Termex here, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 build video. Today, I am showing you my Bekah Blaster build for Flak in Borderlands 3, and I am very excited to show you guys this build. One of my more favorite ARs in the game, and I finally found a way to make it basically melt any boss, and it's Melee 1 takedown compatible. I don't know about true Melee 1 takedown because, as I said before, I don't really test my builds on there because it usually takes a long time. But this build can definitely go through the normal Melee 1 takedown by yourself. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to say thank you guys so much for 1,300 subscribers. You guys are amazing. And before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy my content, and consider subscribing if you want to be a fart. A fart? And consider subscribing if you want to be a part of the Flak Pack. Discord link is in the description below. Anyway, let's get into the build. Okay, so to start off into our hunter skill tree, we're going to be putting 3 out of 3 into Leave No Trace. Doing this makes it so every time we shoot our Bekah, we're going to be getting bullets back. And as many people know, the Bekah shoots 1 projectile and then it turns into 3 projectiles. And if those crit, we're going to be getting Leave No Trace a lot more frequently. Now, 4 out of 5 into Interplanetary Stalker, so we get all of our bonus damage benefits and all of our action skill bonus buffs onto humans. 3 out of 3 in the head count, so we can get our action skill back basically instantly with how we have this setup working. 5 out of 5 into Two Fang. Now, I did this so sometimes instead of shooting 1 projectile that turns into 3, we're going to be shooting 2 projectiles that turns into 6, which basically doubles your overall damage. Occasionally, there's going to be another class mod that boosts this, but I'll get into that when we get into the gear part, because I'm going to be giving 2 different class mods for 2 different scenarios. 3 out of 3 into Big Game, just to boost our hunter skill duration and give us more effect strength. 3 out of 3 into the Most Dangerous Game, so we're getting bonus gun damage and critical hit damage, which is very useful. 1 out of 1 into Galactic Shadow. 5 out of 5 into Grim Harvest, so we get bonus gun damage by 15%. 1 out of 1 into Megavore, finally, so when we shoot our weapon, no matter where we shoot them, there's a 20% chance it is going to be an automatic crit, which does count for head count, so we're going to be getting our ability back a lot faster. Over to the Stalker tree, 5 out of 5 into Furious Attack, so we could stack up the damage and handling benefits. 3 out of 5 into the Self-Repairing System for more sustainability and tankiness. 5 out of 5 into Overclock, so we could shoot a little bit faster. It's just a better place to put it other than maxing out Sikkim or all my BFFs. Now, 1 on 1 into Lick the Wounds, because it's the best perk in the game. Like, come on. I'm not even lying to you. 3 out of 3 into Turn Tail and Run, so we get bonus gun damage and fire rates and more tankiness when on the move. And 3 out of 3 into the Fast and the Furious from bonus gun damage. And with my class mod, it is 5 out of 3, so we're getting a bonus 42% damage. It's insane. And finally, our last 3 points are going to be put into the Master Tree, where we have 12% extra gun damage and more duration. But my class mod gives me 3 points into Pack Tactics, so we're going to be getting 21% bonus damage and 15% bonus health. Now, I have 2 different class mods for the whole setup, but before we get into that, for your overall abilities, as you see here, for one class mod, for this class mod in particular, for the Stackbot class mod, I'm going to be recommending you go Fade Away, Gorillas in the Mist, and Unblinking Eye. Your pet is optional, but I prefer the Gunslinger Jabber for the bonus crit damage. Now, if you use the other class mod I give you, if I can find it really quick, give me uno mas momento. Here it is. Alright. Deadeye. Now, this Deadeye puts 5 points into Two Fang, and it gets the bonus 35% damage against enemies above 75% health, and the Jacob's crit just like the Stackbot. But doing this gives us bonuses into Two Fang. Now, if you're running this setup, I recommend Rack Attack along with Falconer's Feast and Flock and Load for extra damage, because this is more of the Rack Attack style, but it's a simple change. All you have to do is change your action skill, go over into your class mods, change your class mod to the one that we were using, and you basically have a different variant of your build for a different scenario. Over into the Guardian rank, we have it disabled for the purpose of this build showing. And onto the gear. Obviously, we're going to start off with a Bekah. I have the Quick Draw Bekah, but your prefix may be different. But the main anointment here is on action skill and weapon damage is increased by 100%, which is going to be very useful for the Rack Attack portion. And it could be useful for the Fade Away portion as well, depending on what you're doing. I can't say which one is better because Fade Away and the Rack Attack both have their own places, but they both perform pretty well under many circumstances. The first shield we're going to be going off with, it's a Transformer, mainly because of the extra tankiness and the added benefits of the corrosive damage on action skill end. But it's very good to have a tanky shield with this build because the Bekah does a lot of damage, and you want to kind of be tanky while doing damage so you're not having any losses for the build strengths. And now for the Hunter Seeker Grenade to get our action skill back quicker. We won't need it as much as normal, but is going to be very useful for damage. And we have another action skill and anointments on it for bonus damage to go to our Bekah. For the relic, I couldn't find any AR damage relic, so I'm going to go with my one and my only, my Snowdrift relic with bonus magazine size, which helps out the Bekah tremendously. For me, it only gives it about 7 or 8 more bullets, but that makes a big difference with the build we're running with Leave No Trace. And finally, for the class mod, one class mod is a stack bot class mod with bonuses, so we basically stack more and more damage with the Bekah on bigger bosses. This is for our fadeaway build, or we're going to be over to our Deadeye for 5 out of 5 in a 2-fang. This is for our general mobbing build, so we get bonus damage and all that good bonuses from killing enemies. But now that I showed you guys the gear, let's get into some gameplay. I'm going to show you 2 different clips. We're actually going to do it live for you guys. We're going to kill Grave Ward with the Stack Bot mod first, and I'm going to time it. And then we're going to kill Grave Ward with the other class mod next. Now, for Stack Bot run, we're going to be using Stack Bot and this fadeaway setup right here. And let's see how fast we can kill Grave Ward with this setup. What I like to do is I throw up my Hunter Seeker first, then I go into fadeaway. And then you're going to start proccing your Stack Bot. As you see, we are overcharging our ability pretty quickly here. And right when we get out of fadeaway, we are doing bonus damage. Go back into fadeaway. Grave Ward has now landed, and now we could do even more damage to his crit spot. As you can see, when he's landed here, he usually takes reduced crit, but that does not matter for the Bekah itself. When he gets back up, for some reason, I feel like the Bekah does reduce damage to his chest cavity, and it's like better against the other part, but I don't know, to be personally honest with you guys. But as you can see, Grave Ward is down, and fuck me. Anyway, I'll put the time to kill on the screen with the Stack Bot in the top left right about now, so you guys can see that. But for the other portion, we're going to be trying our Deadeye class mod along with Rack Attack. And we're going to see how dramatically the differences are. And just for the purpose of using Deadeye, we're going to have 5 out of 5 into our 2-fang, which puts it up to 10 out of 5. And I forgot to end the game. Alright, anyway, we're here and we're back after a little brain fart. But yeah, we're running a Rack Attack setup here. What I like to do is you pop in your Rack Attack, throw your Hunter Seekers, and then you just start aiming for his chest cavity. And as you can see, the damage is a lot more noticeable. We're doing a lot more damage, a lot quicker. And I personally prefer the Rack Attack setup as long as you're hitting all those crit spots that you need to hit. I don't know why people say Stack Bot is amazing with the Bekah, because I personally believe the Rack Attack setup with Deadeye is a lot better. Obviously, it doesn't look like we're melting as much on this portion of the boss, but I'll put the kill time in the top left right about now, along with the previous kill time with the Stack Bot. But as I said before, the Stack Bot is meant for the big bosses, and if you're not accurate, the Stack Bot's going to be better. But me personally, I recommend always running the Deadeye. I know it may seem confusing, it may seem contradicting, but I prefer Deadeye. But if some people don't like Deadeye, pop on the Stack Bot, which is completely fine. You're going to be getting bonus health benefits as well. But I do believe having Rack Attack with the Bekah is the more superior option to go for. Alright, so to finish off the video, we're going to pop through a run live into Athenas. I'm not going to put any cuts into this run because I want you guys to see the true potential. I realize with most of my builds, I don't want you guys staring at a menu skill tree screen for the whole time, and I want to show you guys a little bit of how the build actually performs. Not to say I never did that before, but I mainly shown compilations, and many YouTubers can just pop in a compilation of when the build looked good, but I want to show you guys live because I have faith in my builds, I have faith that they work, and I have faith that you guys will like them. So, let's pop over there right now. Hi, Mr. Wind Turbine. How are you doing? What I like to do in Athenas, you throw a grenade, throw a rack into the fight, and my racks went into the wall, but that's completely fine. We have a badass, no longer there. Badass get melted in seconds. That's what you like to see with flak builds. Heavyweights getting melted pretty quickly as well. It's a very underrated weapon. I don't see it being talked a lot in the Borderlands community. but it definitely has a lot more potential than people think it does. And I like the fact that the bullets split up. It's almost like you're using an AR version of the Lyuda, which is actually very entertaining for me. But that's probably a portion of why it's such a powerful weapon. It's basically the Lyuda AR version. I want to go as far to say it's better than the Lyuda, but the overall damage output for mobbing seems to be a lot better. And we almost cleared this first area almost instantly. We have the last 4 enemies here. There should be a hound, right? Yep. Hi, War Dog. Now, up close, you're not going to be doing as much damage because the bullets do not have time to split into the 3 projectiles. So I recommend going to like medium to long range for this build to be at its max potential. Hey, Nog. Why are you flying around, man? But yeah, as you see, Rag Attack put in some work there as well. And we're still running through Athenas. And let's finish off this area up here. And then we will end the video off. Or I might just end it here while we're fighting, so I can talk about a few things. We finally hit 100 people in our Discord server, which I want to say thank you for. You guys are amazing, and the community is growing. And if you guys know, I made a poll on my YouTube channel recently about the pre-recorded videos, which I am actually working on right now. Because if you guys do not know, Ark Genesis, one of my favorite games, has a... Well, Genesis is a DLC coming out for Ark, and it's coming out probably the day this video is getting posted. And I'm going to be recording a bunch of videos for you guys so I can have fun on Ark, but at the same time provide you guys with the best content I can. I hope there's no difference in the content. I'm always putting in my best effort when I make videos for you guys, and I'm so happy you guys are enjoying them. And anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the build. If you haven't caught the interest of the build by now, then I guess the Bekah's not your gun. But I personally love the build myself, and I can't wait for you guys to try it out. There will be a PC save file in the description below, along with my Discord and many other things. So I hope you guys have a terrific day. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys later.